Rolling through the busy streets of modern London, this massive Oxford blue coupe looks like it took a wrong turn out of a black and white movie. It commands the road with a towering vertical waterfall grille and isolated freestanding headlights that practically scream pre-war luxury. Next to today's compact hatchbacks and sleek sedans, its sheer width and sweeping, exaggerated proportions make it look entirely alien. But that appearance is an intentional mirage. This car is designed to project the illusion of 1930s British royalty, while effortlessly keeping pace with 21st century traffic. Despite the vintage aesthetic, this specific machine, known as the Bentley Petersen Dartmoor coupe, was actually built in 2009 by a custom coach builder named Bob Petersen. Coach building is a historic automotive practice where a specialist creates a custom body to fit over an existing mechanical foundation, rather than manufacturing a new car from scratch. In this case, Petersen reassembled disparate mechanical parts from entirely different eras into one unique shell. To understand how this vehicle functions, we have to look past the Oxford blue paint and perform a chronological autopsy. We need to peel back 4 distinct decades of automotive engineering. The Dartmoor is a mechanical Frankenstein. It stitches 80 years of conflicting history into a single, functional, and massive piece of rolling art. Let's start with the foundation. This diagram shows the bare frame of a 1950 Bentley Mark VI. This heavy, extended ladder frame chassis served as Petersen's blank canvas. A standard 1950s Bentley engine produced modest power, which was entirely inadequate to move the heavy, oversized vision Petersen had for the Dartmoor. To solve that lack of power, he shoehorned a massive 6.5-liter straight-8 engine into the bay. A straight-8 is a long engine configuration where all 8 cylinders are lined up in a single row, providing smooth but substantial torque. This specific engine design wasn't meant for luxury cruisers. It was developed toward the end of World War II for rugged military use and heavy-duty commercial vehicles. Curiously, this power plant is a Rolls-Royce engine, even though the car wears a Bentley badge. This mismatch happened because Rolls-Royce actually owned Bentley for decades before the brand was eventually sold off to the Volkswagen Group. By dropping a rugged World War II-era iron engine into a 1950s luxury skeleton, Petersen gave this elegant vehicle the necessary brute force power of a tank. With the chassis and engine sorted, Petersen looked to the 1930s for the exterior skin. Its sweeping lines and extreme teardrop shapes are a direct homage to the glamorous Art Deco design movement seen in classic cars like this one. He integrated very specific physical details to sell the illusion. It features tiny, minimalist taillights, heavy suicide doors on leather straps, and massive enclosed 20-inch Blockley wheels that look remarkably like winter tires. But wrapping a heavy chassis and a massive iron engine in a beautiful 1930s shell creates a severe mechanical problem, actually driving it. In a typical 1951 vehicle, you would have to physically wrestle with the steering wheel. Moving that much weight without any mechanical assistance required immense physical exertion, especially at low speeds. This is where Petersen inserted a crucial 2009 upgrade. Hidden beneath the vintage dashboard is a modern power steering system. Without that hidden 21st century brain intervening, the sheer friction of those massive 1930s wheels and the weight of the 1940s engine would make the Dartmoor practically impossible to park or even track straight down a road. From the driver's seat, the experience remains highly tactile. You have to manage an array of massive foot pedals, a heavy manual clutch, a long handbrake, and a fixed key, all contrasted by that surprisingly smooth modern steering. There are real practical compromises to this design. The tiny rear windows mean the rearward visibility is terrible, and the highly polished chrome dashboard creates a blinding glare in direct sunlight. Yet those usability flaws are intentional. Petersen wasn't trying to build a perfectly ergonomic daily commuter. The Dartmoor prioritizes romantic aesthetics and mechanical theater over modern convenience. The Petersen Dartmoor represents a different kind of luxury. It bypasses touchscreens and cutting-edge speed to prove that a master coach builder can stitch 80 years of automotive history into a single, drivable piece of art. If you want to see where the world's most unique, historic, and custom vehicles find their next owners, check out the live auctions over at SBX Cars.